This is how to make fajitas, and here I'm showing you that we need to use different chopping boards. We're going to use a red one for our chicken, and then we're going to use a brown one for all our vegetables. Start by cutting your pepper into strips. Cut the large round parts off. Another strip off here, one here, one here. This bit you can throw away. And then cut all of these into strips. Remember your claw hold. Peel the dry skin off your onion. Might want to cut it in half first, bridge hold. And then very simply claw hold, you cut perpendicular to the lines on the onion. And that way you're going to get long strips. Moving on to my chicken. So I've cleaned my knife. I'm now using my red chopping board. Again, I'm going to simply cut my chicken into thin strips. Watch out when working with chicken that you wipe up any spillages, that packaging goes straight into the bin, and that you don't get any of the chicken juices to cross-contaminate the other ingredients. Equipment that you used, you want to wash up straight after you've used it, and the red chopping boards you're going to bring to the front to be put in the dishwasher to be washed hot. Then we're ready to fry it all up. Turn your pan onto a medium-high heat, maybe about a 7 or an 8, between the big and the small flame. Give it a generous squirt of oil and give this 2 or 3 minutes to heat up. Add all your vegetables, onions, peppers, and your chicken. And then keep on stirring this and frying it for a couple of minutes until the onions are cooked, the peppers are cooked, and the chicken especially is cooked through. Now you can add your spices, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. You can add other spices like paprika, chili or chili flakes, or you can add a fajita seasoning mix if you have one. Now you got to keep on stirring this, because especially once your spices are in, it can burn quite easily. If your mix is really dry, you might want to add a little bit of water like I've done. And then we're going to use a food probe to check if our chicken is cooked. So turn this on, make sure it's on degrees Celsius and not Fahrenheit. And then pick one of your largest pieces of chicken, or 2 if they're really thin. Take this out the pan. And then we need this to be 75 degrees or more. Easily over 75. Let's try another few pieces just to be on the safe side. Yeah, and we are over 75 and our filling is done. Now you can adapt your fajitas in several ways. When you're doing your filling, obviously you could replace the chicken with another type of meat, or you could use corn, or you could in fact just use vegetables. You could add more vegetables, maybe another color pepper, maybe some sweet corn. And then other things you could use when you are putting the fajita together is you could maybe spread on some sour cream, or you could put on some guacamole or a tomato salsa, which I'm going to show you now. So I'm going to chop some onions up really finely. Did I say onions? I meant tomatoes. Then I'm going to chop some garlic, which I can either do with a garlic crusher or simply cut off the dry bit here. Take off all my skin and then chop this really finely by hand. Then this goes into a glass bowl. Maybe not all my garlic because that's quite a lot. Generous amount of chili flakes, dash of lemon or lime juice, and some salt and pepper. That a good mix, and there is my tomato salsa. I could also add onions, obviously. I could put some avocado in this and make it guacamole. And there's all sorts of different salsas you could try, like a mango salsa or maybe a pineapple salsa. Let it sit in the fridge overnight so the flavors can develop. So now we've got our tortilla wrap here. I'm going to put filling along the middle. Bit of cheese on top. And a little bit of our salsa. And then you can either fold this over, fold in the edge once or twice, and then roll it together like this. And roll this up. We'll put your filling in. Tuck it in from this side. Fold over both edges. And then you can close your fajita completely